Hi, this is Raymond from EVOffer and MTech. Today we will try to talk about our auto-present door handle system. So this is our Mark II system wire. So this one is the CAN signal wire, and this one is the power tapping wire. So we connect it together already. So for 2021 Model Y and Model 3, you can use this connector to connect to the CAN signal. And for 2020 or before, if you have an Intel computer, you can use this to connect to the ECU for the CAN bus signal. So for the power, there are multiple sources that you can tap. In case you have a 2020 car or before Model 3, you can tap it into the VC left or VC right, depending on where your ICE computer is. If you have 2021 Model 3 or Model Y, you can tap this either in the 12-volt battery, go through the firewall and tap into the 12-volt battery. And for Model Y, you can just simply tap into the constant power source in the OBD connector. Also for the 2022 car, it's better if you can just tap it into the OBD connector. There's a constant power source. We might take another video to show you where it is, and that's a good constant power source as well. So let me try to explain this connector right here, specifically on this one, because this one we already talked about it in previous videos. We might add a link down below and show you where to tap this. But for this one, let me try to show you where to tap into. So always on the right side of the car. So if you are left-hand drive car, is on the passenger side. If you have a right-hand drive car like what we have here, is on the driver side. Okay, so here you can just use a flathead screwdriver to pry this push pin out. Yeah, it's very easy. Yeah, just slip into the gap and then rotate, and it will pop out. So then just pull out this cover. In Model 3, the connector is very obvious. It's just sitting here. But for Model Y, it's a little bit inward. So let me try to pry this push pin out and then show you the connector. So the connector is here. Yeah. So we can just connect the connector in here to get the CAN signal. So let me try to do the connection and show you. So like this, and then you just tap the power somewhere else. If you try to tap it into the OBD, you just run it along and goes to the left side of the car. So if you plan to tap the constant power into the OBD, so you will need to remove the cover on the left side. The OBD connector is always on the left side of the car. So you will remove this cover. This cover, depending on your car, it can be just push pin. Just need to pry it out, or may have a T20 screw. So just remove this cover, and then we'll take out this connector. To take out this connector, you just, there's a tab here on two sides. Just try to push it, and then you can go out. So this is the tab I'm talking about. Just push it, and then the whole thing can go out. Yeah. So if you look at here, this is the pin that contains the constant power, and if you look at the back, there is this yellow wire. So we'll provide a post-it tab for you. So in case you have it, then you just need to take it out, unscrew the gray cap, and then just insert the wire into this channel, and then just tap it like this. Just make sure it's tight, and then on the other side, just loosen it, and then take out our power tapping wire. So just insert it here. Let me try to unscrew all the way. So I just insert here. Make sure the metal part is good enough and reach to the end. Let me try to make it better. So like this is exposed. So then just tighten them together. So after tighten, give it a gentle pull to make sure it's tight. Then the power tapping will be done. So now we have disassembled the OEM door handle, and this is our door handle. So we'll try to transfer some parts into our door handle. So the first thing is this little this piece. So just flip it over, and you will find some tab here. So use your hand to press it and release the tab. There's one tab that might need the help of a flathead screwdriver. Just push it and release the tab. Once you do that, you can pull this out and then transfer it over to here. Okay, so we are halfway done. So now flip over, and there's a hall sensor here. So you can see that this hall sensor, we just need to remove it. So there's two versions of hall sensor. One is the Mexican-made hall sensor, and one is the China-made hall sensor. So in case you have the CN one, labeled CN, then it should be fine. You can just freely transfer it over to here. But if you have one that do not have a CN and it looks a little bit different from this one, you might need to add a washer, what we call a washer piece in the back to weaken the magnetic field. So you can see that we provide a little plate. You can just place it under and then screw it in. So after you screw it in, then you can just place the door handle back into place, and then it will be finished. Okay, so now we have put back the door handle. We'll show you how we run the wire. So the door handle consists of some wires. So we will connect this bypass this wire splitter wire. So we connect the OEM connector to here and here, and we tied it against the wall here. So the window, when it go down, it probably will not hit the wiring. So and then we run all the wire and comes out from this hole, and we do the connection. And there's one more connector that will connect to the wire that we run into the door. So we'll set it here. So this is how we will run it. So we just run the wire out from here. So remember not to stick this inside because this is not waterproof, and the inside the door panel, it can get water inside. So we will just stick it on this black piece here. So after we set the wire, we will just put this back, and then put the window and run a window test and see if we can hear any sound. If we do hear any sound, that means the wire here is not clear, do not have enough clearance. So then you need to do some more zip tying to make sure nothing is blocking the window. We have placed back the handle, so let's try to show you how we run the wire. So here you can see how we run the wire. This is the OEM connector. It connects to our wire splitter. So make sure you place the wire all the way in the back. Otherwise, when the window goes down, it can hit this wire. So we run along here, and then you can see we run all the wire out to here and connect to our controller. The controller has the label front left, which is this door. So after that, we'll just try to stick it on the black panel. Don't stick this inside the door because this box is not waterproof, so we don't want to stick inside. So just stick outside here. So also you can see one connector that goes to that you run from outside to the door. So for this wire, we will just place it outside like this. Don't go through here because it can block the window. So we just run it like this, and then it should be fine. So we will just try to place everything back. After you place everything back, try to do a window run and see, try to hear if anything is blocking. If something is blocking, try to retidy up the wire. Make sure nothing is blocking the way. Then you should be good to go. So then also try to, after you connect everything, try to do a test run on the door handle. So now we have connected everything. So just try to press it. So and try to pull it and here if it activates a lock. So if it does, then it's good. So this is how we do the rear door. So yeah, same as the front door, just prevent the window going down and hit the thing. So I just try to place it as tidy as I can. So just put the wire as back as you can. So when the window go down, it won't block the way. So and here, run the wire to this hole, and then just connect the controller in here, and then we stick it. We'll show you how to stick it later. So this is how we do the wiring for motor free handle. For the harness, if you look from here, we move all the wire to the back. So just make sure you get clearance from here, and then I run along with the factory harness until we move all the wire out into this hole when we come back in here. So this hole should be fine, so then we can just put it here. And then you can see from here, we zip tie the wire splitter connector together with the existing hall sensor. So we zip tie it here. So when the window moves down, you will not hit the connector as well. So next we will talk about the rear door wiring. The rear door for motor free is relatively easy. So we just tie everything into here. Here. You can see that there's a hole in here that you can use it to zip tie it. The hole is here, yeah. So just tie it over there. It should be good. And then we run the wire through this hole out. And for the wire that comes from the car, inside the car, we run it through here, and then go out from here. So then we connect it together, and then we will stick the unit on top of the black panel. So remember, don't put it inside. It's not waterproof, so put it outside here. Yeah. So the rear door for motor wire is a little bit tricky. So you can see we run the wire through this like little channel here, and then in here, there's a trick to finish the installation. So you just need to push this connector out first, the body side. So let me push it out first. Yes. So now I'll just try to work a little bit, one bit by bit, and then push this out. Yeah. And then make sure the connection is done first. So I just align the connector together. Yes, so make sure you push all the way in and click the connector. Yeah, so now it clicks. So there's some cable here. We can pull it together after it connects. So I just pull it and then push it, the connector through. So make sure it clicks, then it should be good. So now after that, just try to release do the door release and see if it works. So yeah, if you hear the sound, that means the connector clicks. Then it's good. So now we have put back the panel. We will try to test the window. So let me try to put this piece back in first. Just set it like this. Then take our door panel. For driver side, you take out the big black connector with 6 pin. For passenger side, there's a black connector for 3 pin. So just connect it, and then you can use the window function. So let me connect it, and then now I'll try to lower the window and try to hear if there's anything blocking it. So it doesn't have any sound. So just focus on here. So it's good. So then we can just reassemble everything together, and then it's all set for one door. Another thing you need to be cautious is this is where we put the controller on the front door. So the wire is just long enough. For here, you can just wrap it with like some tape to reduce the noise. Otherwise, it will have some sound when it vibrates. So just try to wrap it with some tape and just stick it here. It should be good.